Saudade do se ver, traz ver consequência em cada latir.
How's it going, everyone? My name's John with Blackbird Productions, and I hope everyone's doing all right today. And today I wanted to actually answer some of your comments about my Tesla and some other comments that you have. You'll see the setting today is just slightly different. The wall in the back of me, you'll notice, is white and not black. I'm actually sitting on the sofa today just because I wanted this to be a little bit more of a casual video, and I'm just in a comfortable spot, and I'm lazy. I don't want to get up. I also have this Giga tea mug here, just filled with nice tea. So I'll be sipping this as I'm answering some of your comments. The first comment is from RI Videos. This one actually was posted 3 hours ago, so definitely on time. Just with the comment, but he says very professional looking video. So this is a comment on my Model 3 performance review. So very professional looking video. Finally, an owner's review with exterior moving shots instead of selfie cam while driving. Yeah, I do. So I actually watch a lot of other car review videos, and I do see that. Some of them, they'll, like, what I've seen recently is they'll put like a segment saying that, like they'll make a segment in their video, and they'll actually be driving the car while talking at the same time. To me, that's like a little distracting, and I just can't focus that much. Like, I can't do two things at once. I can't drive and focus on the road and talk unless I'm like a passenger or something. But yeah, so, like, just putting that footage together, just the B-roll, the cinematography aspect of it, that's something I am truly passionate about, and I try to blend, or rather balance that, and then also talking about the car factually, just based on research and things like that. So thank you for your comment, RI Videos. Thank you for your comment, ARV Videos. I think that's how you pronounce it, RIV Videos. All right, so the next comment is from Junior-UDVCC, and they say that I feel like I've seen this person before, but here's my completely unbiased Tesla fanboy review, and this is again going back to my Tesla Model 3 performance video, the review rather. And there's like a chain of comments here, but essentially he's basically saying that I'm biased when it comes to reviewing Teslas, and I don't think that's true. I wouldn't even call myself a fanboy, really. This is the first Tesla I've owned, and I feel like I've said that before, but if I haven't, this is the time I'm saying it now. This is my first Tesla, and I tried to make the review as unbiased as possible, just because I made a video about some of the things that I hate about my Tesla, and it just didn't really get the most positive reception, just because a lot of people were saying the things I was pointing out was minute or just like not right and stuff like that. So I tried to keep my opinions to myself, all the meanwhile balancing a good review. So one thing though that someone did leave a comment about that review though is the fact that I left out cons. So that is actually something that was a complete oversight. And but don't get me wrong, I was actually thinking about putting in something like that in the review. But again, I just was very hesitant just with the last video I made just about like some of the things that I hate about Tesla, and I didn't want to pull those things into the video. But nonetheless, thank you for your comment. Any comment I think is positive, so thank you. So this is a comment left on the video that I made, 5 things I hate about my 2024 Tesla Model 3 performance, and essentially is a comment from, so it's a comment from David Wellington 8559. I guess he wasn't very he didn't really like the things that I said on that video, which I feel like the majority of people didn't. So it was a very decisive video. He said that I should just sell the car and buy something else. It's the best car they've owned before. And then he said unsubscribe. So, I mean, it is what it is. But from my experience, it's not the best car I've driven. So I feel like that in and of itself, just saying that is highly subjective. And you could say I've been fortunate enough to be in a new car every other year, it seems like, because I feel like I've owned so many cars over the years. So I've had a very diverse palette, you could say, of experience when it comes to a quality car. Tesla, I'll say in that video, I felt like I was pretty harsh just because Tesla is a relatively new company and they are excelling faster than most other companies in the space right now, especially when it comes to their technology. One of the things that I actually talk about in that video is about the quality, and the quality on the newer Teslas aren't 100%, but being the company Tesla is, being that they're very new to the space, I feel like they are doing their best, and they're also putting forward their best products, which is why the quality is what it is. But at the same time, it's like a $52,000 car with like the performance of a supercar. So there has to be. I feel like there's that's one of the trade-offs that you get into when you're buying a Tesla. The quality may not always be 100% like a Lexus or like a BMW, like these other manufacturers that have been around for hundreds of years, it seems. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that comment. So the next comment is from Cellman1829, and he says, I have the refreshed Model 3 long range and I absolutely love it. My first Tesla, that's cool. Have it, let's see, I guess, that's a typo. So had it over 4 months, no issues, no rattles or squeaks, runs great. Just enjoy your car. It's faster than 99.9% of the cars out there. Yep, that is true. So yeah, thank you for your comment, Selman. This was another comment on my 5 things I hate about about my 2024 Tesla Model 3 performance, and essentially, what he's saying is he actually enjoys his new Tesla and he hasn't had any issues with it. So yeah, like I said, they're pretty nice cars. They are pretty luxurious in the inside, I'd say. There's a lot of convenience features and things like that. Technology is great, so can't go wrong with that. So G82Watt says, looks like Chinese fish. And I have no idea what to do with that comment. There's actually a lot of comments that are just like statements that I can't really respond to. So I just don't respond to them, but I do read them. This was actually on my second video, so this was my delivery day video, and I guess I guess it looks like a fish. I don't know what a Chinese fish looks like. There's a lot of different Chinese fish, so yeah, I guess it looks like a fish. The next one is from Secret Juice 6725, and his their profile picture is very it kind of puts this comment into perspective. So they say that the orange peel on the paint is bad, and I've gotten many comments about the orange peel on my paint. I think what it is people actually think that it looks like that. It definitely looks like that in real life, but I feel like the camera exaggerates it a little bit more, just because I'm running a full frame camera. So basically what that means is it's much more detailed than just a traditional camera. And if you're curious, I'm actually running a Canon EOS R6 Mark II, and everything I shoot is in 4K. So the quality is like very, very fine. And then on top of that, when I'm editing, there's actually a sharpen filter that I put on just to crispen the footage a little bit more. So a lot of that orange peel that you're seeing on the videos, I feel is over exaggerated. And if you're looking at the car like parked on the sidewalk, you wouldn't notice it until you just like walked like way up on it, like you're just like pretty much touching it. Like that's the only time when I feel like you can notice something. But even then, it's not really like that much of an issue with this car. Next comment is from Jason Gerard. I think that's how you pronounce it. 2278. And he says that keeping speed below 70, setting regen braking, using roof sunshade and tint, etc. So this is basically a response to the 5 ways to improve range in the Tesla Model 3 Performance, the latest video I did actually. But yeah, definitely. I feel like it's pretty obvious, but I feel like a lot of people who purchase a Tesla, they are relatively new to EVs, so knowing this stuff is pretty important. And I feel like Tesla doesn't really talk about it enough just in their marketing material, or rather their support material. And that's one of the reasons why I actually made that video. So thank you for your comment. So next comment is from Dino Tamer 23, and he says, should have talked about driving habits, hypermiling, etc. And this is again on that same video, 5 ways to improve your range. So that's the latest video. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what hypermiling is. I haven't had time to look into that yet. But if I had to take a guess, it's like bringing down your car to the bare minimum in terms of features, so that way you have enough range to get to your destination. So for example, if you're down to like 10% battery and you have to go like on a 20-mile trip or something like that, I think that's what he's talking about. But I don't really know a ton about that to make a comment on it. So the next comment is from Obi and Lori. It looks like from your picture that you're partners in crime, so hope you're doing well. They say that others have voiced concern about the bolstering being perhaps too much to fit a wide variety of frame sizes. So I think your complaint is valid and worth mentioning. Thanks for sharing your thoughts as we're I can't say that word. As we're contemplating the purchase of one. Best. Thank you for your comment, guys. So yeah, so he's so they're talking about one of the things I said on the 5 things I hate about my 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance, and essentially what he's saying is like the bolstering, like the size, like the seating and the bolstering doesn't fit all frame sizes. So if you're like a bigger person or maybe you might be a little bit on the heavier side or something, then it may not be applicable to get a car like this, just because that bolstering is so aggressive, which is something that I point out in that video. And to this day, I still haven't really nailed down the perfect seating position to get in and out of this car. I still have to climb over the bolstering to get out. And it's just that's just how it's built. But so far I haven't seen any creases or anything in the leather, or the leatherette material rather. So we'll see. So the next comment is from Novice Dreamer 2762, and they say that hope you make better videos and your research is missing a lot of info, but thank you for sharing some info. Thank you for your comment. It is something that I'm working to get better at. So currently I actually run a one-man show. So I do the editing, I do the filming, and I do I do all the research. So whatever research I do during any given video, that's also part of something that I do. So the only thing that I've offloaded is just drone footage from my dad. He's helped me get drone footage, and it was just for that one time for the one review that we're doing, because he's just always busy. So I can never get like solid availability. So yeah, you're right. I think the research could be better, and that's something that I'm working to put together. The other thing I've actually been working on is more scripted content, just to make my thoughts a little bit more organized. Because believe it or not, all of the most recent videos up until I'd say the review was unscripted. So just watching back and then watching myself go through the videos, I felt like they just weren't really dialed in quite right in terms of just the delivery of the information. And I feel like scripted videos would be able to help with that. So that's something that I'm working on. All right, Ditchhead, which is one of my friends. He's actually on my Discord. So he says that, personally, I think the design is ugly, but you've seen my standards of beauty, so it's in the eye of the beholder. The frunk as well, I love it. Plus, the word frunk is funny. Yes, it is funny. It's a weird word. He also says, you talked about the sunroof letting too much heat in, but you didn't mention the air conditioning, which is one of my favorite things I will consider when I buy a vehicle. He says, great review, beautifully filmed, still never gonna buy an EV. Yeah, so EVs aren't for everyone, especially now. I feel like when EVs first started to hit the scene, they were promising like, oh, these things are gonna be so cheap and it's gonna be super efficient. You can get like 1,000 miles in one charge, and it's like, that's just simply not true. I feel like EVs, if anything, are more of like a luxury. Whereas the majority of people have to default to gas. And it's also based on the state that you're in too, because I find that some states are more EV friendly than others. I live in Texas, so it's very big oil friendly here. And the only tax incentive that we get for EVs is just at the federal level. And it's just like the tax incentive. I know in Austin, you get a rebate on your electricity when you charge an EV on one of their plans there. And I think only one electric company offers that in Austin. So that's the only other thing I can think of. But yeah. So the last comment is from John Kim 3018. And I've seen a couple of comments from you, John. So thank you for leaving those comments. On this one, you commented on the Model 3 performance review. So let's see here. So as a fellow Model 3 performance owner, there's nothing luxury about this car. It's just minimalistic, crazy fast, compact car for me. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. In terms of the luxury, I think that's also subjective. I've been in a number of luxury cars, and this to me is classified as a luxury car just because of all of the amenities and features that it offers that no other car has. Not every car, for example, has cooled seats, cooled and heated seats. So to me, that is a luxury feature, making this a luxury car. And I feel like if you have a combination of luxury features, then wouldn't that be a luxury car? It may not be luxury quality, because you could definitely have a luxury car without luxury quality. But yeah, I think luxury is just subjective. So that is the video. Thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed this type of content, feel free to just leave a quick like and subscribe for more content like this. I definitely want to make more content like this. I like these more casual videos. And if there was something that you wanted to say or a comment that I may have missed that you want to expand on, then feel free to just leave in the comments below. Additionally, if you have any personal comments or questions about me and the channel, just let me know in the comments. And I'll be sure to address those hopefully in another video similar to this one. So before you go, I just recently launched a Patreon, and there you can support the channel. You can support me. There's some perks there. I just recently also created a Discord. So if you have a question or want some one-on-one time with me, or just want to chat or play games together, I'm always there. I'm always around. So to get access to that Discord, you'll have to be a Patreon. So it's only $1 to join. So if you want to hear a little bit more from me, feel free to join the Patreon. So this has been John with Blackbird Productions, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.